Hey, hello guys, welcome to another video. And on this video I just want to show you how you can get rid of the bad smell in the poultry, the maggots, and also to keep it fresh and the smell which is not bad, and also to keep away the flies. Not all of them, not completely, but some will remain, but this one will reduce, and you won't suffer about maggots. Okay, so this idea just came ideally. It's an idea that has all worked in other parts of our life, and I think upon me looking at it, I had to think like, okay, I have a problem of the poultry sometimes stinks. It doesn't stink well. Sometimes there's a lot of flies in my poultry, and I was like, what could be the solution? Then I thought to myself to say, okay, there's a solution they use. If you've used a poultry latrine, a pit latrine toilet before, you will understand this method that they use to avoid the bad smell from the same pit latrine toilet. What we do is when you are using a pit latrine, to avoid a bad smell, we get the wood ash, which in our local language we call vidulo. We get that, we pour in the toilet. We pour in the toilet so that the bad smell can go away, and also that it might kill the maggots. I think there's a chemical that is in wood ash that kills the maggots. I think they don't get that wrong. So it kills the maggots, which I thought to myself to say, okay, I have a poultry in my poultry. I have a problem in my poultry. There's sometimes a bad smell. Sometimes I found maggots, especially around where water is, the drinkers where they are, because there's always too much droppings, and those maggots, they produce most of the time in wet litter. And because sometimes you find like beds, they poo-poo a lot around the water, so you find it's always stuck with a lot of droppings and it's wet. Then the flies, because the flies are the ones which produce eggs that produce the maggots. So the flies will come and then they'll produce eggs. But when you put wood ash, which I will just demonstrate how we do it, there's that thing whereby if the flies lays eggs there, it's like the eggs, they die. And if at some point maybe you didn't put earlier the wood ash, you find that if there was an infection that was happening, maybe there was a production of those maggots happening on the surrounding where you put your water, your drinkers, maybe the maggots started producing. Then the moment you start now putting in the wood ash, those maggots will die and the bad smell will go away. So that's how it happened. I saw that idea, I used it, and I think it worked. I can't say I think it worked for sure. So I'll just demonstrate and I'll show you how it is working, so that you are able to see how it's working. Then I'll be able to show you exactly and demonstrate what can really happen. So let me just show you exactly what we do. So for me, I have my wood shavings, my wood ash. I usually have a drum that I prepared, because sometimes we use charcoal to prepare food to cook at home. So I have a drum that I specifically settled out to say I'll be putting in here, so that the moment I need to use it, I have it readily available. So let me just show you. So this is, for me, this is what I put in. If you look here, there's this ash here. So every time when we have wood ash, when we are done with cooking, we put it there. So let me just now show just how I do it. So before I put in the shavings, because I usually have boxes down here, so what I do is I first lay down the boxes, then I put the wood shavings, I put the wood ash, I put it down, then I cover it up with the wood shavings, which is my litter system. I put it on top. Then with the waters, because water where we put our drinkers, it gets wet almost every time, always, because when chickens are drinking water, they always drop out some water that mess up the surrounding where the drinkers are. So with the drinkers, this is what I usually do. I'll get the wood ash and spread it around the drinkers. Here, like the way I'm showing it right now, this is what I do. I just pour around little, not too much, then I can rotate it just there and then to make sure it goes down. Or I can just leave it like that, and at some point you will find like the birds will start eating that wood ash, which won't even which shouldn't bother you, because when they are eating, there's just that magical thing that happened. I don't know how I can explain it. I think there's a chemical that is that wood ash that works also for diarrhea. So if they are eating, don't worry about that. It will help them to reduce the risk of getting diarrhea, which is okay. But make sure you are covering it up. Make sure it is covered the moment you are putting it down there. So yeah, so this is how we do it. I've shown you how we cover it up here, and I've shown you how we put it around the drinkers. So guys, that's how we do it, how I do it. Try it, and I'm sure it will work out for you, because it has worked for me. And as always, a happy farmer. Thank you guys for watching, and please, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, because you'll find helpful videos on this channel which will help you to do great things in poultry. So thank you guys, and as always, a happy farmer. Bye bye.